A little while ago, I made a video showing y'all how to make playable Botanica presets entirely from scratch. But a big problem I ran into in making that video was just how time consuming it could become to create a bunch of different patches one by one to layer together to make that true, naturey Botanica sound. Lucky for us, the great people at Lunacy Audio have a solution for this, and they were kind enough to send me a copy of their brand new Botanica expansion for their Cube plugin to review for y'all. I've been experimenting around with this plugin for about a week now, and long story short, this expansion is an absolute game changer for the genre and for those looking to implement these beautiful, lush qualities of Botanica into any other genre they decide to work in, all with the simple click of a button. If you're not familiar with the Cube, it is essentially a powerful sample-based synth that uses a 3D interface to blend up to 8 different sound sources to create some truly amazing, complex sounds and textures. Which is why I think it was absolutely genius for them to release a Botanica expansion for it, since it has the capabilities to combine, blend, and seamlessly transition between so many different elements of the genre to give you that authentic Botanica sound seamlessly. This expansion comes with 60 presets, and each of them takes a combination of different playable Botanica samples to be spread out in this 3D cube here. It's a similar idea to what I tried to do in my original Botanica Sound Design tutorial, but I could sadly only load in one audio sample at a time, where with this plugin you can have all the way up to 8 different sounds to constantly blend together in this 3D orbit. The simplest way to explain how this is working is each sample is put into a corner in this cube here, and you can control how quickly these sounds blend in and out of each other with the orbit motion slider. Typically with Botanica, you would have to do this manually by crossfading and blending a bunch of individual samples together, but here everything is done automatically while still allowing you to play whatever chords or melodies you decide with this combination of sounds. When I first made the Botanica Sound Design tutorial, I was essentially just trying to find a way to make playable Botanica style sounds, as it seemed like every tutorial I watched was centered more around sample manipulation, where you're essentially tied to whatever these samples are playing, and you don't really have full creative control over the elements that go into your song. And while I did end up creating a playable Botanica style sound, it wasn't to the full capability that I wanted it to because of the limitations of these other plugins I was experimenting with. And that's why this expansion is so powerful in my eyes, because it takes everything I wanted to achieve in that video but couldn't and brings it all together and more in the cube. Most of the presets in this expansion I think would fall under the category of keys, pads, and pad arps. And legitimately, these presets have some of the most insane textures I've ever heard. Layering beautiful pianos with guitars, with earthy textures, with digital glitchy textures. I've never heard anything quite like this, all within one single preset in one single plugin. Some presets play really well with more complex chords, while other presets can create incredibly dense foundations by simply playing octaves and fifths. Every single preset has a custom macro knob that you can quickly tweak to change the sound pretty drastically. It's an incredibly creative expansion pack that instantly sparks inspiration with basically every single preset, and it's incredibly easy to use, which is great because I'm pretty freaking lazy. So after all that, my verdict. I'm absolutely blown away by this. If you've watched the channel before at all, you know I love textures, I love movement, I love complex sounds, and this expansion is the embodiment of all of that. I don't personally make much Botanica, but I love the qualities of the genre so much, which is why this expansion is so great, because it gives you the versatility to apply these sounds across so many different genres so easily. My only critique of the expansion is that there were just like 8 presets in there that I just didn't like that much, but of course that's just my preference. And I will say I did also stress test this plugin by using like 8 different instances of it on a project and ran into no issues, but I do have a pretty beefy computer, so take that as you will. I do think that this plugin can get a little CPU intensive. It's been a really long time since I've used a preset bank that just creates instant inspiration with basically every single preset in it, so Botanica by Fritz, you get 2 thumbs up from me. If you want to pick up the plugin and expansion for yourself, Lunacy Audio is having their big summer sale currently right now, and you can check it out with the link in the description. Botanica by Fritz is currently on sale for $20 this week, and you can get the Cube Mini included with your purchase for free. I recorded over an hour of me just messing around and improvising with the plugin, and I had a ton of fun doing it, but I can't upload the whole hour, so I'm gonna just take some of my favorite pieces here and put them at the back end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope to see y'all in the next one.